In this hall of death.
By the light of Belarus
Belarus's gift.
It takes a little faster, right?
Feeds you with pain. Oh, you made an animal sacrifice, presumably. Chizo. And that's where the name comes into it. Tina, shut up. Uh-oh. Reach out to the void. Oh, he's scaring this mate. Oh, look, it's in colour.
Oh,
it's actually in colour. Yeah, I'm sure it is larger. Does he? Does he now? Does he fuck? There we go.
You never commanded me not to rape you.
No. It didn't. It wasn't as part of the contract. And he's off. You know, he's right in the situation. He's got nothing to say here. Boom! Gone.
And thus the pale elemental happens.
Chizo, of course, has no use for meat. It feeds on pain. It does not kill its prisoners. Kabadat's agony was a particularly rare morsel, and Chizo ensured it would last. His soul was placed inside an oak sapling on the site of his old home to grant his body immortality. For 5 centuries, as the tree grew, he knew torment beyond even his most depraved imaginings. By then, his body was warped, and his mind long fallen into soulless dementia. He was Chizo's, utterly and completely his slave.
Huh.
You're supposed to leave. And oh shit, she found the professor. That was a shame that she had to see the professor like that.
Yep.
And that's probably why she came back to this evil universe.
I mean, she has enough pills to, like...
Maybe the pills aren't working anymore. God, you just work away there.
Is this the soul of the tall man? The acolyte of Chizo. I see a friendly face.
Yeah. Lakeman, what's he doing here? Oh. Okay, he's talking about John Defoe here. Oh shit. Yeah, that's the bridge. So the John Defoe is the bridge here in this situation, right? Purify mankind. Now, that sounds a bit crazy, I'll be honest.
You know, based on the ramblings of my cult, this was going to work.
The prophet, yeah. He's a cultist. He's part of the Blessed Agonies. The prophecy was being fulfilled. Oh. True. Oh, okay.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh, of course. So we killed John Defoe, but... You're quite adamant that I should try to persuade you. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. We're too prim and proper for that. He was trying to convince us with the passages.
To be fair, that isn't really convincing.
No, it's not. It's coincidences more than anything else.
No, it's just not rational.
No. Well, not anything about this cult seems to be rational. Oh, stabbed him.
I was using those organs.
And yeah, knocked him out completely. Siobhan's tied up. Splayed upon the stump, blood still slowly leaking from my wound. In my injured state, I could barely move. My limbs refused to respond. I was weak as a newborn. Good, you're awake. I was afraid you missed this. Did it in the full manner. There's much things on. I have to help administrate his coming. So we have to be in pain in order to allow Chizo to come in. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the idol there as well, look.
Yep.
Yeah, because that worked for Kabadath all those years, didn't it? Men like you, Trilby, die on their own terms. Kabadath is coming. Think it's safe there?
Virginal sacrifice?
Yeah. Yeah, good work. All work. So now, I call thee Kabadath to the wood that is your soul. I call thee from the north. Now, Paul, what's the puzzle here? We have to stop the ritual.
Eat the idol at him.
That didn't make sense to me.
Pick up idol.
So he can't move.
Die.
Not yet, but I was pretty close. But you have to wait until... There we go. Nope. Wait for the right time. It's from realm to realm, tormented, confused. They bring this to us. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it every time he just talks. Maybe until you have to wait until actually Chizo appears, maybe. Okay.
Pick up the idol.
Hard and hard to breathe. Air rattled in. No. You are right. The correct answer is to die. But you have to do it at the right time. Body, mind, and soul. Oh, sorry, skip text there. There we go. That's the clue. I died. So once you're basically told, like, okay, literally everything is the only thing that's keeping me alive is my will. You just say die, and that's it. You end the ritual because you have to be alive for when it Chizo appears. And what does Kabadath do?
Well, he's got to go murder shit.
He can't do anything. But you're dead for that. You can't see. What's going on? Oh, that's Linkman talking. And Kabadath takes him instead.
Like, I'd have tossed the girl away, but whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. Hello? Who's talking to us? Ooh, mysterious man. Ooh.
Fuck off.
With enough power, okay. I sense we have there's something else in our destiny. Really, he's right. I mean, granted, he did spend half an hour lost in the hotel, which hopefully won't make the edit. He's got a point there, in fairness.
Yeah.
Who is this guy, though? That's what
Fortunately, they were strong enough to survive with stabbing. I am not. Fuck you.
I am but a mere Britishman. Good night. Oh, look. We got a heartbeat.
No, that's Fat Lonnie.
No, but sorry, that's what I mean. Doesn't necessarily mean there's no heartbeat, though. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Right, so this guy exists because Trilby lives. Murderer and a madman. Interesting. Ah, there we go. We've got the heartbeat back. And he's alive. He's still got his hat on, though, which is at least, comforting.
Not even CPR, just, screaming, wake up, wake up. Oh, I'm alive now, I'm fine.
Yeah, the fact that he stopped bleeding is kind of, a happy guess, isn't it?
Fucking movie logic.
Hmm.
Where's my waistcoat, woman? Where's my waistcoat?
Oh, she's probably used as a tourniquet or something. Don't let your hands touch it. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Right. And that's the end, Paul. This is the end of the game.
Well, I am curious how he managed to use it into space.
Yes. And now it sits across from me. The reality shift had cleared up and we were free to leave. An SDP cleanup crew arrived with the ambulance. No trace of Abed or the hotel staff was found. Officially, they've been classified as unexplained disappearances. Lenkman and the tall man seem to have also vanished, which does not surprise me in the least. Siobhan signed the official Secrets Act, and last I heard is staying with her parents to recuperate. Which just leaves me to write up my notes, with the idol that haunts my dreams gazing at me from across my desk. I was dead. I can't pretend I wasn't. No amount of CPR could have brought me back from where I was. So who did? The man in red? Who was he, if not an insane hallucination and brain death? Unimportant. I am alive, and that's all that matters. Just that, and the destiny of this wretched statuette that I am apparently fated to carry out. Every instinct in my being wants to burn it to ashes and grind him into the dirt, but I do not. Lenkman spoke of a prophecy, that the destruction of John Defoe's soul would somehow help him and his order summon their dark god. But if I destroy the idol, they win. But what else can I do? I certainly can't keep it. I know from experience that it leaks malevolent influence like a broken pipe leaks water. The only other option is to hide it. But where can I hide such a thing and ensure that it is never found again by human hands? I shall have to think about this. Trilby, 29th of July, 1997. Now we already know what he does in the end, thanks to the oh hello. The film that the prophecy continues. Ooh. Set in motion that cannot be stopped. Oh, there's Lenkman. The Capitan is talking through him. Oh, that's very macabre. Wait and prepare. And that's the game, Paul.
Whoop, I guess.
And now we're gonna get all the religious texts all in one go. His wisdom was great. He was so arrogant man in this situation is Kabadath. As you can see here. So the reason you're seeing the tall man in this situation is because Kabadath becomes the tall man.
Wait, so who's the king?
King is Giselle. He's a pain elemental.
Huh. Oh, and the druid becomes the tall man.
Yes. Now, see, so the Giselle was talking here, saying he can't. And the land of technology is the human realm, so he can't enter there. Mm-hmm. So that's why Chisel keeps him basically, and just keeps torturing him, put them in a tree for 500 years.
Yeah.
Now this is all the text that in this universe Jack Freehorn has written, because he's getting all these like visions and prophecies that he's seeing. That's why it's exaggerated so much. So the king took the body to mind the soul of the arrogant man, and then put him in the tree.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're seeing that's a close-up of Lenkman. Looks a bit like Phil Mitchell. So if any man interfere with the tree, I shall lend you the power to confront them and strike them down with fitting vengeance. Okay. And is that all we're given? Yeah. That's explaining the origin of what happened to Cabadat then. And then that's the official credits, I think. So Paul, a penny for your thoughts.
That was some convoluted nonsense. To, after the fact, string together the nonsense that was the last two games.
Yeah. I think probably contrived.
And what the shit was with the porcelain doll?
That just appeared, basically. It disappeared at a time when Siobhan went to the evil, the dark side, basically. So when Siobhan went that way, the porcelain body presumably replaced her. I don't know. That wasn't really explained that well. But there she is. So did you like the lore that Yahtzee proposed to basically explain the two games? This is everything. This is all the background to it.
I mean, I guess. The one issue I do have with it is that basically some random ass druid using nothing but his basis speculations and mind trips summoned a pain elemental in what equates to a shed.
Yes. He's a druid, so he already had access to magic. That's what they were saying. So he basically just went deeper into the well and found out about elementals. Like it's this, like the universe is working on the assumption that like the world was magic back then in some form. In the fact that all these people knew about.
Actually, no, it's more like Yahtzee's whole, Trilby's whole organization is there to deal with.
Yeah.
So imagine magic is still a thing that happens.
Or at least it's in a different realm.
Well, he is part of a group whose whole deal is, dealing with supernatural.
Yeah.
So it must happen often enough.
Well, one would assume so, or maybe not to this extent. Not like the X-Files just had weird cases.
Yeah, although it is kind of reminding me of how I really keep meaning to get into the Laundry series. If you heard of that.
No, I haven't, no.
It is a series of books dealing with this shitty ass office where everyone who accidentally stumbles across supernatural isn't killed or malevolent basically is forced to work in the office, which exists purely as bureaucracy to keep them busy in a setting where
that does sound like hell, to be honest.
It is a setting where someone, a computer programmer, might accidentally a ritual.
Yeah. Let's summon demons.
So imagine like the suitcase supernatural nuke type nonsense, and has to get dealt with by bureaucrats.
That does sound terrifying. Imagine the paperwork.
Apparently, it got a series. It's a series of books.
Well, can't see further than that, can you? Overall, did you enjoy the game, Paul? Did you find it? Did it tickle your fancy?
I mean, it was something to do, and it only had us frothing with rage once.
Yes, well, hopefully people won't see that. That was kind of our fault, in fairness, because we just kind of lost track of the game.
No,
that was, to be fair though, that one
on.
puzzle was a bit like. It was a bit of a stretch.
No, hang on. What it was fucking bullshit. It was making sure you recognize this one specific feature that is kind of designed to fade to the background for us.
As in the
smoke alarm.
Yeah, I kind of get that. I probably because we kind of took the break in between sections, because I think the last item we got was matches. So there is like a fact like, I just picked this up, must use it for something. If we didn't have such a break in between, it probably wouldn't have seemed as jarring, but it still was jarring, I guess. The fact is that you wouldn't even need to even had to know that you needed to go like to an inaccessible area, because the place is full of inaccessible areas.
Yeah.
At that point, so if you were at least able to narrow down which place you needed to go, at least that would have helped. I don't know. It's kind of pointless to criticize a game that's essentially done as a hobbyist, but criticism is criticism.
I mean, I guess. By the way, have you seen his 12 games in 12-month series?
Yes, I have. Some of it.
It's fucking impressive.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like this, he would have done these like 10, 12 years ago at this rate. Yeah. So anyway.
So it is nice to, if you've played those games, which you can play, I think download fairly easily.
Yeah.
And play on, they're not very long, fun, and see, and this is where he started with.
Right? Well, there's games before these as well, I might add.
Yeah. And there's webcomic and stuff.
Yes.
So the guy does seem to, get into things and learn how to do this whole video game stuff.
Exactly. So for us then, we have one more game to do in this Chisel Mythos series, and that is the midpoint between 5 Days a Stranger and 7 Days a Skeptic.
There's hundreds of years of difference.
Yes, there is. And this one is called 6 Days a Sacrifice. So this game is where everything comes to a head. A culmination of things that happened in 5 days, 7 days, and Trilby's notes. It's all clashing at the midpoint. But why, Paul? That's what we'll have to find out as we play it.
That is weird, considering that it got resolved way in the future.
Yeah. But that's for us to find out another time, and for our viewers to find out another time. So, hopefully you enjoyed Trilby's notes as we did, or at least we will in the edit. Hopefully you come back and join us as we play 6 Days a Sacrifice. Until then, I've been Jonathan. That's been Paul.
Hi.
We'll see you soon.
Or whatever.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts.